Death starts to occur when an individual starts going through the process of the soul leaving the body, unless the death is sudden, in which this process happens faster. Nevertheless, when an individual starts going through this process, his soul starts leaving his body bit by bit, during which certain measures must be taken. It is wajib that when a person is dying, his body must be turned towards the direction of Qibla, as in the Holy Kaaba. This is done by positioning the body in a way that the feet of the person point towards Qibla. So this was the first obligatory step. There are also other things that are recommended during the agony of death, which, of course, are not wajib.
Well, now here are some recommended acts during ihtidar.
It is recommended to have someone recite the Shahadatain to the dying person. This means helping them utter the declaration of faith or just simply reminding them of it while their soul is leaving their body. So one simply needs to say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Aliyan wa awladah al-ma'asumin hujajullah. I bear witness that there is no God except Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. I bear witness that Ali and his infallible children are the proofs of Allah upon mankind, in a manner that the dying person would hear until he draws his last breath. There are some supplications that have been recommended to be read when someone is passing away, while trying to have the dying individual repeat them as well. Things like, Allahumma ghfir li al-kathira min ma'asik, وَاقْبَلْ مِنِّي الْيَسِيرَ مِنْ طَاعَتِكَ. O Allah, forgive my many sins and trespasses upon you, and accept from me the simplest of worships I've done for you. يَا مَنْ يَقْبَلُ الْيَسِيرَ وَيَعْفُو عَنِ الْكَثِيرِ. O He who accepts even the smallest of good deeds and forgives many sins. اقبل مني اليسير وَاعْفُ عَنِّي الْكَثِيرِ. Accept the little that I have done and forgive my many sins. إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. اللهم فارحمني فإنك رحيم. You are the forgiving and the merciful. Forgive me, for you are forgiving. It is also recommended to take the person going through the agony of death to a room in the house where he used to pray, and to recite Surah Yasin, Safat, Ahzab, Ayat al-Kursi, verse 54 of Surah A'raf, last 3 verses of Surah Baqarah, and as much as they can from the Holy Quran by his side.
Alright, so far so good. Now let's learn more about the acts should be done when someone dies.
After the individual's passing, it is recommended to close his eyes and mouth, straighten his arms beside his body, straighten his legs, and cover his body with a white cloth. After that, one must not hesitate in informing the believers of the death of that person, so they may attend the ceremony, which in fact will help with the deceased collecting more blessings in the afterlife. When all this is done, and the death of the individual has been certain, they must not delay his burial.